we are
The Knitters are here.
And we are here at episode 34 on November 12th, 2023. And beautiful
22.
22. Good heavens. Ready? Cut. All year I thought it's 2023. All right, here we are on November 12th, 2022. Here in the beautiful woodsy home of our friend Allison. So we're podcasting from a different venue today. We're glad you can join us. We are a knitting podcast out of Northeast Ohio. Thank you for those of you who have subscribed and come back, and I appreciate your comments. I think Crystal and Darcy, you two are the ones that like catch the comments more than I do. So I feel like you're more on top of it. So if you've made a comment, we haven't replied, so sorry.
And if you hate the response, sorry.
Sorry. But if you haven't subscribed, please feel free to. And we podcast as often as we can. And now that we're approaching the holidays, we don't know when we're going to get together next.
No, we're taking like a small hiatus, right? Because it's just us knitting time now.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of like we decide on what we're gonna knit for the new year, and just
There's
kind of
so many retreats
relax.
coming up. It seems
Yeah, we need to plan that too, because I brought my planner.
Oh, good. Okay.
So we can talk about that.
I brought my phone.
I'm old school. I like the paper and the stickers. I'm a little slightly obsessed, like a 4-year-old. But anyways,
But I'm Jennifer.
Crystal.
Darcy.
Allison.
And you might hear a little meowing or chirping in the background.
That's Lefty.
A little lefty.
Lefty.
My husband's here, but I don't think he'll be chirping.
Or meowing.
Or meowing.
So ladies, what have you been up to? Like, what should we start with today?
Well, let's start down on your end.
First, tell us what you're wearing.
Yeah,
Allison. I know it's not.
This is actually an older one. This is called Siesta.
I like it.
There's so much texture going on in that.
This is what mine makes.
It's the double moss stitch up here and the little
Yeah.
gable-y things and just reverse stockinette here.
What is this yarn? Is it DK?
I believe it is. This was something I purchased on a trip, so I couldn't tell you what it
like
is.
souvenir yarn.
And
Souvenir
your
yarn.
glasses match it very well.
A long time ago. So I have a finished object, which you've actually kind of seen before. So remember
But
this
it's
one?
been Allisonized.
Yes.
This one had the modesty panel, as my daughter
yes.
called it. So I just turned it into a surplus V. So
And the weight of this sweater is lovely.
this is the BAM wool from Universal, which I actually
that's
really
pretty good.
Yeah.
like.
I don't know.
It is kind of a pain to get a gauge on though, because being wool and
It's so
cotton,
soft.
it's quite stretchy.
But I love the graduated stripes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really neat.
So
Very nice.
I like that. So that is a finished object. I also have the finished object, which currently resides in Seattle. I don't know. And this is a Super Mario sweater
And a super adorable little guy.
for my grandson.
Look at that.
So that was
Super
made
cute.
with modern cotton and then some intarsia and some duplicate stitch in acrylics,
Oh my gosh.
or at least washable.
Look at that smile on that
I want to
face.
see this photo.
Oh.
Look, he's so happy.
Do you have any finished
Finished objects? Heck no.
No.
No, but I am wearing my REI puffy.
Her replacement, REI Puffy.
Your replacement, yes. Okay.
Well, that's over there.
Ah.
Do you have any finished objects?
I do yes, there they are. Okay. So my roommate was in the hospital for about a week, and I made hats.
Wow.
Hatpalooza.
And I had 2 other ones because, but those were gifts and they've been given away.
They're Rasta colors.
Yeah.
Look, are we in the stop sign? Hey, look at that. We're in the stop sign
light.
order. Go. No, stop.
Stop. Oh, wait. You
I drive.
So this is go, stop.
No, this is drive faster.
That's right.
Let's
Go
hurry
faster.
up. Hurry up.
That's what
And then
we always told our kids.
Oh, yeah.
it's not attached. And then I also had a baby pink one and another one similar to that, except it was like
The tweed.
teal
in
blue
that.
tweed.
Nice.
So yeah, I did.
Whoa. Sorry. You broke it.
See, it fell off.
I lost your ball.
You broke it. I think that's all the FOs I have.
She can't
just
wait
the hats.
for the acquisitions. is
Yeah,
what it
yeah.
is.
All right, wait a minute. What is
Wait, so do we have to wait for like an hour for you to go over your finished
No,
object?
well, I finally finished my
Oh, and it's
muscle
bigger.
burrow.
I like that.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was way
Yeah.
too tight.
Yes, and
and
that's
I got my
better.
pom-pom via crystal. I probably made it too big, but I'm okay with it being big. But I did run out of yarn, so I had to add a little leftover
I
scrap.
kind of like
Well,
that.
if you ever get lost in the snow, you flip it over.
Flip
so
it the
people
other side,
can
that's
find
right.
you.
But this is from Heidi and Lana. It's the chocolate sprinkled donut when she
Yes.
did the donut
Collection.
colorway.
Yeah.
And then this is, I
Nobody
brought
can
the
see
book.
you.
The camera
I'm
cannot
coming
see
back.
you.
Nobody can
back.
see you.
I had to look, I never can remember what it's called, but it is the Day Tripper cardigan. And it's done in Lopi, and the pattern was by Mary Jane Mucklestone. Here, let me
You know,
come
you
back.
could technically just stand behind Crystal
So-
and I, and we would see it.
But it's a little rustic on the inside. I tried to do the band, the button band, but this was steeked. It was my first steeked project.
Stand behind us.
Stand behind you, I can do that.
There you go.
Yeah!
But yes, so it was knit in the round, and then I did a little video on the steeking because I was like, hey guys, I'm gonna do the
So
steeking.
which method of steeking did you do? Did you crochet it up, or did you stitch it up, or did you just cut?
Just cut.
Okay, so you can do that if you're using.
I didn't know there were
if
several
you're using
ways.
Lopi or a Shetland yarn, because the fibers will knit together.
Yes.
So-
But if you're using something other than those, you
Yeah.
have to stitch or
Is
crochet
it
up.
is it a faux pas to use like your sewing serger?
It stretches it because
stretches
the
it too
ribbon
much.
on the inside, I wanted to have a nice even stitch on, and I tried to do it on a basting stitch almost, and it just, I mean, it warped it
Yeah.
so badly. So I actually had to go in and hand stitch the ribbon binding just to give the edges a little neater.
So what you might consider doing is crochet, if you're using, especially if you're using a superwash where the scales have been toned down, you might want to crochet up it and then try and stitch it either by hand or machine.
Yeah, there's some
But
great
superwashes
videos.
don't steek real well unless you use some extra precautions.
And then I just delivered this yesterday. A lady, oops, sorry, classroom picture. And so she had commissioned me to make a baby sweater and a little jumper for a newborn in February. And then there's a toddler, so they're expecting a girl, and they have a little girl. So I made the sister a matching sweater.
Nice.
So, so those were all delivered yesterday. But that is it for FOs.
Oh my, only two.
Well, technically,
no,
three
because the photos.
for hat.
Yeah, okay.
So,
All right.
busy.
It's not summer anymore.
No, but you know,
It's sweater weather.
You know how when
She's not free to just have the whole day to knit.
but I'm still knitting. But here's the thing: it's like you see these like go out tonight and watch this full moon eclipse because it's not going to happen again for another 30 years. It's like my classroom this year. It's like the best classroom that I come home and I have energy. I have time to get stuff done in school, so I have home time. So
Because
I'm actually-
your kids are so good this year.
They are
Right, you're not like
amazing.
overly stressed
No,
and exhausted.
not at all.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's
Or I'm just
awesome.
getting really laid back in my older years.
All right, so we
Did you
didn't
buy
list.
anything new? Any acquisitions?
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
yes. She
So-
shares.
So this is, if you've heard of the barber poles, which hopefully you have by this time, but you pay, what is it, $20 for
Just
that
about.
little?
Do it.
For that
Let's see.
little.
I don't
Yeah.
know if you can see it.
Well, anyway,
Well, everyone knows.
from
what it is.
Amazon for $11, you can get 54 yards.
Did you hear that, folks? 54 yards.
54.
And it does still have that weird smell, right? That everyone talks about, but that fades.
It does
Yes.
fade. I didn't
And-
keep mine in the metal container.
It honestly smells like a plastic baby doll. You know,
I
baby
had one
dolls
of
have
these
that
net
weird-
bags,
Okay.
so I just kept it in the net bag, and the smell is gone.
So the whole point of these is that you jam the end of your needle into the little tube hole and then fish it through like your sweater so that you can try things on.
So-
Now at Artful Yarn, they gave us
The needle.
it was a plastic needle to put in there to run it through because
See?
it does pop off your needle depending on what you're using. So
I actually haven't found that to be much of a problem because
Yeah.
it's popped off occasionally.
just don't
And then
pull.
you just don't do it
You
too
just kinda
fast and then you
push.
see it.
Yeah.
So that, and then when you go the other way, that's what happens.
Yeah.
And she just
Yeah,
dropped
you
all-
want
I just dropped a couple stitches, but I shouldn't have pulled so
Okay,
hard.
it's okay. Do it. But it has,
It's okay, I can put them back right away.
it has changed my life in the way of trying garments on now.
Yeah.
You're more willing to
I'm
try
really
them on.
done.
Yeah, and I'm glad that you got that when you did, because I'm going to be at that stage soon in my own.
So
The
when
project that she's
you
being
order this
secretive
is
about.
the 2mm stuff, and you'll see under the reviews that other knitters have said, yes, this does work. So yeah, so don't pay that $20
Yeah.
or
Unless you
25,
want
whatever it was.
to.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, I
Sometimes you
guess.
just feel better
sometimes
if you pay
you want
more.
to support your stores, right? You know?
Yeah.
Okay.
Acquisitions. I got an
Okay.
acquisition.
Okay, go ahead.
I got a basket.
Yay!
Dave and I were walking around at Oktoberfest down in Worcester, and I've always wanted one of these, but just never did it. And he actually haggled the guy down. He's like, well, if I give you cash, will you take this much? And he's like, yeah. So got a decent price on it.
Now, is that one of the ones from Kenya or
This one says Ghana.
Ghana?
Ghana.
Okay.
All right. Did you have any other acquisitions?
Oh, I do actually have
Okay.
acquisitions.
I
but
just jumped
You
right
got
in.
like so super excited down there.
I did.
So the sweater that that Crystal has on, which I, just made and didn't pay attention to anything, and it fits her, not me. So anyway, I'm going to redo it, but this is just, I shouldn't say just. This is Barocco vintage, and this is still the same Millefiori leftover from Crystal's sweater, and they go nicely together, and I'm gonna do that.
That's
So they're gonna be
this.
twinsies.
This is this.
This is that.
Oh, wait.
I'm feeling a little left out, Darcy. We might have to make this so that all of us.
You got that incorrect. Allison will have to make it so that we all are twinsies.
So
Quadruplets.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Millefiori Light is still available and makes great color change hats, but this chunkier version is not. It has been discontinued.
Aw.
So that's that.
Sad face.
I know. We always like a
So-
good bulky.
My whips and my acquisitions are kind of the
it's
same
magic.
thing. So this is another vintage in kind of a greeny,
That is beautiful.
and this is
Wildwood sweater. Okay, I have to say it. My grandkids and I listened to on the way home, Paws and Tails, and it's welcome to the town of Wildwood. Sorry. Wildwood sweater. Paws
You
and
need to send
Tails.
that to me so I can send that to Della.
It's a lovely.
so.
lovely.
This is it so far.
Oh my!
Oh my gosh, you have to touch this.
Pretty.
So this was kind of interesting because
She's like hoarding it from us.
I'm sorry.
I want to touch
People commented that when you go from the collar
it. I like this
to this
color
other
blue.
part, it kind of wrinkles up, but blocking takes care of it.
Not
And I
for
thought, oh, I'm going
Allison.
to figure out this. I'm going to beat that problem. So I started out in a size 6, and I thought, well, I'm going to go to an 8 for my Farrow, because I'm tighter on Farrow.
Uh-huh.
And I got down to here and realized I was still in the 6. So it was a little tight, which it will block out, but over the girls, it was really tight. So what I did was, I just, since all your stitches are all the way around on one circular knitting needle at a time, I moved the sleeves back. So I put more stitches on the front for the girls.
I never even would have thought of that. So you
have more
So
stitches
you have
in
more
front.
stitches on the front to cover the girls and less stitches on the back where you
Yeah.
don't have girls.
Yeah.
So when in the pattern, how do you so when it says
Sometimes
you're gonna knit to so many stitches and then you put your marker
What
for
are
the
you,
sleeve.
what are you guys?
Nothing.
Okay.
You put your marker for the sleeve and
Right.
you're just moving that marker back. Okay. So you're just okay.
But I mean, you can do this even if you're not.
Yes, it's always my issue because I'm sorry. I'm the one that's
That's not what we're talking about. I said maybe I shouldn't be allowed to sit next to you. I'm like, wait a minute, Darcy's not allowed to sit next to you. Maybe it's just you.
Maybe it is you.
Sorry. Okay.
I mean,
Back to the sweater.
Instigator.
even when you're not knitting Well, even if you're needing a piece sweater, you could make a different size front than you make back.
The concept, I never even
Just
thought
make
of.
sure that you're going to end up with the same amount of sleeves, stitches over your shoulder.
Okay. So when I need to do that, I'm gonna consult her. Like,
That's right. Absolutely.
walk me through this as I do it.
What wool did you use for this? Because this is so soft.
These are both Barocco vintage.
You love Barocco, and you always find good ones. I feel like when I get Barocco, it's not the same as what you have. I don't know. It's just me.
That's gonna have to go on my list. My next sweater's gonna
Yeah.
be.
I knit so much, and I do love the more expensive wools, but I feel like I can't
But these are
justify
good,
it.
hard-working wools.
Yeah, this is a workhorse wool, and it's washable.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Machine
even better.
washable.
And that's worsted,
dry
right?
flat.
That's worsted?
It's worsted weight, and
Yeah.
it comes in a DK.
Ah.
Oh, actually, take that back. This is DK.
And designing
This
women
is
carries a
DK.
lot of Barocco, right?
Yeah, she carries a lot. Yeah.
So
I'm
does-
sorry, this is DK.
So does
Barocco vintage DK.
Black
Okay.
Locust.
Black Locust carries Barocco.
in that one
and
room.
Hearts and Thistles carries
Okay.
Barocco too, although not a lot because she's got a smaller shop.
Yeah.
Okay.
Longtail, I think, has some too, doesn't it?
Okay.
Um,
Oh, here's
so-
your pattern.
Wait,
Thank
I want
you.
to look at it.
She doesn't need it.
She doesn't
She doesn't need it. She's making it up as she goes.
Okay, so this
I do like
sweater
Oh, it's this person.
Caro.
This is the person that I used to
called
make
Cara, top
Poncho
down.
Fardella and the poncho.
And this again is
poncho for
the
that.
universal BAM wool. And again, gauge is a problem because I had this sweater done to about this level before when I realized the cross back width was about 19 inches and I'm 15. So, so obviously it was on the wrong needle.
And she knows her. There we go.
So this part down the bottom here, a little bit of color work, I'm going to put in this Medina. So.
As in funky cold? Okay, there it is. Okay, it's in focus. There it is, ladies and gentlemen, right there. Okay, boys and girls.
Oh my goodness, you guys.
Welcome
We haven't
to
been
the
together
fun
for a while.
house.
All right.
And this last one.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so we did.
So I can't
acquisitions and
stand
whips.
it when I carve something, I have to start it, right? So this, I want to do something bulky as witnessed by the sweater I'm going to reproduce.
You have been knitting fingering for the
Yes.
past few months, so.
And my arm is showing it. So
Ah.
make sure you engage your shoulders before you start to knit. Anyway,
This feels creamy.
This is called Karma. The wool is called Karma. Again, another but older Barocco. And the sweater is
Our shoulders are engaged.
They just snorted. Yeah, I got
long
the pattern.
sands. So it's gonna be like a bulky cardigan. Yeah, because
We're not drinking, I promise. We're high off
Shoulders
fibers.
are engaged.
Our shoulders have been engaged.
yes, I am doing exercises to engage my shoulder before I knit because
Yeah.
you don't want this.
I
get it
did a lidocaine patch on my forearm last night
Salon paw.
yes.
What are you knitting that needs a lidocaine patch?
All those hats.
All those hats.
Well, those are chunky.
Yeah.
But no, I'll show you in a few minutes as soon as Darcy's done.
Okay, I'm all done.
Acquisitions and whips.
All
Oh,
right.
you're all done?
I'm all
Okay.
done. Okay.
So, are we doing both acquisitions and whips
Whatever
then?
you want.
Okay, so acquisitions, I have 2 more Star Wars Club.
Ooh, pretty.
Dun 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 dun
And-
dun 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 dun.
Star Wars Club from?
Dun, dun,
Fangirl.
Fangirl Fibers.
Ooh.
And then at the Yarn Discovery Tour at Black Locust, I got McMullen Fiber because I really like her, and that's where I got this year's
Yeah.
Christmas Advent
But she
from
also
McMullen.
does
She
wonderful
does some
stuff.
really cool stuff. So this is sport weight, and what is the name of this colorway?
The Flaws Bergère.
Sure. But I got 2 of these
The
to make
French stuff.
to make.
A little
I
bit of
have
a
no,
tweed to it, or is that a speckle?
looks like a little speckle.
It's
Now,
yeah,
I
little
have
speckle.
been like scrolling super fast past anything by McMullen these
Yeah.
past few days because
Yeah.
she's doing these sales where she's putting
Yes.
these combinations together and they are fantastic.
Oh,
They
really?
are.
And I'm like, no. So,
So-
if you haven't seen McMullen, you've got to go see McMullen.
yeah.
I
Fantastic.
think I might
Very
make like a
pretty.
little jersey shirt or something out of this.
Pretty.
And I was thinking getting a dark gray or something for the sleeve.
That raglan with the texture.
Yeah, which is, you know, what my other thing is. And then I got the Heidi and Lana. This was the pumpkin spice latte sock set. So I got that because yes,
PSL.
I will make some socks with it someday.
Socks. Did you hear that? Socks.
Socks. So speaking of socks,
You can buy them.
you can. So
I was gonna say we've seen these before.
This is my whip, and I added an inch. To
An
it.
inch. This is like year 2 on this. Is this
Well,
your second sock?
This is the sock that I started when we went to New Orleans last year, May of last year.
okay.
So
Okay.
that's how long I've been working on
Oh, that's just one.
one sock.
It's a story sock.
It's a story sock. This was
always
my
good to have
flight on
story.
the train, and this was my ride in the plane. Yeah.
There you go.
So that's what that is. And then I only have one other whip.
This is the one you've been holding out on us.
Well, you've seen it. So this is, I don't know what it's called.
That'd be
The
an interesting
Brooklyn
sweater.
Raglan sweater.
Ooh, I like that.
And so it's very similar to this. It's got the seed, the broken moss, and then the like the straight. But I've gotten significantly farther on it since you all saw it last.
Oh, is that the yarn you got from
This is
Yarn?
Yeah, this is the yarn I got from Artful Yarn, and that is
Nice.
spun
Check out
right
that
round.
texture. Oh, pretty. I like
You
this pattern.
spin me right.
And I think the double moss looks really nice in that raglan too.
Yeah.
Nice. And she started this on 9/21/22, so she's doing really well.
Well,
What
I'm
weight
impressed
is
that you
this?
put your start
So this
date
is
on there.
Swish DK.
It feels heavy though.
It feels
is.
heavy. And this is the one where I actually gauge swatched people. I did several gauge swatches.
I love that
with
colorway.
different needle sizes to determine what weight needle.
Do you know what you could put in here?
Yes, I know. And I'm so glad about the barber pole stuff, so I can put that on there. I know. I'm like super excited
I
about
like
that.
the band.
This,
Yeah, I like
this
that.
has German short rows in the back, right? So the back is higher. And I liked the cast on for this. It was a completely different cast on than normal. And then it said knit one, purl one, and I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna continue that cast on method so that it was like squishy and extra.
So it was a tubular cast on, and then you just
And I
continue
just
as double knitting.
yeah.
That's really
Until
nice.
I got to like here, and then I switched to knit one, purl one.
Yeah, that gives
But
you a
I
nice
liked
firm
it's
rib.
got some
Yeah.
squish to it and some density to it. It's like
And some
almost
structure
airy.
to your
Yeah.
collar. See that?
But then you also are gonna do German short rows at
Nice.
the very bottom
Yeah.
to get a curved hemline.
Yeah, I don't know if we got to see that. I really
Oh,
like
sorry.
the hem. No, I showed the picture, but I don't know if we showed, look at this hem on there.
But I'm
I
excited.
think that's lovely.
I really like the moss.
I love
stitch
the
on sleeve.
sprinkles of the bright colors.
Yeah, and I am alternating every other row.
Again, what
which-
yarn was this?
This is spun right round. It's that one right there. I don't think I had to, alternate
Alternate?
skeins, but I did anyway. It's just because I was a little
Didn't want the
didn't
flashing
want
and the pooling.
that to happen. However, I am too tight when I'm switching.
Okay.
So I am getting a bit of a gather on the right side, but I made sure that I put the beginning around in the armpit to switch that so that you can't really.
You might be able to
It'll just
block
go
it
around
out.
the
You
side.
can block.
So
You can
I'm
block
assuming
that
it'll
out.
You can
block
block that
out. So now that I'm like, oh crap, I forgot not to be too tight there. I'm sure it'll block out just fine.
So worst comes to worst,
I'm not gonna snip that,
but you could if it
But I could.
really got to be a pain.
But
But
then-
it'd have to be really a pain because it'll be a pain.
But are you loosening as you go?
I'm loosening it as I go down
Okay.
the line, and I think at some point I will stop switching balls.
Yeah, 'cause you only have one.
But I have a full sleeve, so I may have to go get another skein of yarn.
Oh,
It's such a sad
That's
thing.
so sad.
no,
But I really
one
like it.
skein should do 2 sleeves.
But how
No,
much
DK.
yarn does moss stitch take up?
yeah, with
Right.
the texture, that is an issue.
I'm sure Kathy would love for you to come and get another
I
skein.
know, and they did say they would order more because the girl that gave up the skeins that she had so that I could have them all.
That's right.
These are 5. I have 5 skeins, and I think I'm going to use them all plus some.
Okay.
But I think I'm still debating whether I go full sleeve or 3/4.
Yeah.
or at least to like here, right?
Well, you're getting close to your hem though, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because you don't
Because it
go
was like
long.
11 inches. You were supposed to
Yeah.
go from the armpit,
Well, you've certainly got enough here to finish the
the
body.
body. Yeah. So we'll just see how the sleeves go.
Okay.
You're
But
gonna do 2
that's
at a time sleeves, or you're
next.
gonna do just 1 at a time?
I'm enjoying it. The squishiness of it. So I think I might just do 1 at a time. I'm actually enjoying knitting it. Plus it's moss stitch, so it's a lot of back and forth.
Yeah.
Purl knit, purl knit, purl knit.
Any other whips?
Nothing.
What about finished object?
None.
What about your Melicore?
Oh,
Bellecourt?
Bellecourt, I finished that a long while ago. I
I
thought
don't think
know,
we
but-
ever got the finished product.
I don't think we
here.
saw it
So
finished.
either add in some pictures
it's
or
snowing.
yay!
I guess we know it's
Watching,
November.
waiting. There's the first flake. Sorry, we're practicing lots of snow poems at school. It's finally here.
Well, it snowed like
love
a
those.
while ago, like last month. But yeah, that's all I got. That's it. That's all.
Okay.
I'm done. All right. Next.
I have several acquisitions, so do you want to go before me?
Okay, because my whips I think will be fast. Okay, so. All right.
Oh, excited!
I am.
So excited.
Okay, so I did the Hohi Locatelli, all the lights, my cardigan.
Right.
Her knitting construction is fun. Like
Really?
I do such vanilla sweaters that when I started knitting hers, it was just like
Vanilla.
this little thing. Then you connect the little things and you do this and then you do this and then you do this and then all of a sudden you're in a sweater. It's just, she does, it's not just like knit.
That's our
So
guess.
she's chocolate chip cookie dough with pistachios?
On top of an Oreo and a Nutter Butter.
Perfect.
Okay, so I wanted to do this Tia pullover, and I just thought it was like knit in the round, and then you do this little cable thing, right?
Yeah.
Because that's what I see. Oh, it's so not that. All right,
It's
so
so not
basically you're knitting front to back, front to back, front to back, all the way around. So here, I'll come around. So.
It
Maybe
says
this one.
an unexpected surprise.
It is an
does.
unexpected surprise. I meant to separate these, but because I started on the sleeves. This is the body of the sweater. One's the left side, one's the right side. And
But
then,
there's
Wait a minute.
seaming.
and then, no seaming, no
Because
seaming.
you're gonna.
You knit an I cord and you weave it together.
So put it on your body,
Well, because of the sleeve thing, I
Okay.
don't think I can, but here.
but it's gonna kind of.
Wait, it's Jen strips.
I don't have my barber cords in.
All
right.
Be a little tighter. Okay.
So, I don't know if this is the front or the back, but yeah, so the the braid is down the other side and then you weave in and out and it hooks it together. Does it
Oh.
have your sweater? And then you zip it up by making this I cord and boop. So, here's the braid.
And it's a cable here.
A cable, yeah. So then that's gonna be on the other side. And there it is. Okay, here we go. And so you've got this little double cable thing.
So you end up with the braid down the center of your chest and, down your
the
back, your spine.
Yeah, here's the back.
Yeah.
It
is so cool. I know. It's just like, as I was reading it, I'm like, what is she having me do? I don't have to knit and purl. What is going on? It has been so much fun doing it. But yeah, this is Blueface Leaster from down at Newark. Like, she was just this little booth off to the side. It's her own sheep. She spun
It was a little
the wool.
fiber fest we went to
Yeah.
in Newark a couple episodes ago.
Yeah.
We should podcast that.
So, and then my other sweater that I'm working on, I'm not
Table's
loving.
like a
You
mess.
say we
I'm
can't
not
see.
loving. I love the
not
yarn.
loving
It is I went over to Harps and Thistles and got her 1812 yarn.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And maybe it'll come through. Hold on, guys. I hate it when it doesn't come. Oh, there it is. Freeze. 1918 yarn. So I wanted to make the academic.
Ooh, that is lovely.
Is it?
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
I'm feeling
Why
like
are
I
you not
wanted
crazy
it.
about
I
it?
wanted it to be a little more pop.
Is it bottom up?
It is bottom up, but feel the weight on it. I'm loving it.
Oh my, that's
It is.
Wow.
It's DK. It's a squish. It's Snook Sport, but it's called the Academic, and I couldn't remember.
Origin Milk.
Skein Deer Knit. Skein Deer Knit.
So the cream color is porridge and milk?
Yes. But that is the sweater. I'm sorry, it's in black and white. Lots of people have made this. Okay,
So what are the little ones?
So each one has its own name.
So these are the same
These are
yarn
all-
company,
Yeah.
1918
Yeah.
yarn.
Pattern?
1918 yarn. Now here, this sweater, it's
Woodrow
a vest.
Wilson.
Sorry,
Oh,
I
it's a
should
vest.
say.
Okay.
It's a vest. So you do it in the round, and then the neck and the sleeves are done in
tied
the
in a
round,
rag.
and then you steek them.
Yeah. Well, Farrell is classically steeked.
Yeah.
So.
And this is not super washable. And I thought it would look really cute with a denim shirt underneath.
It's gonna be lovely.
So, but I just, the more I knit, it's like, man, I just wasn't brave enough in my color choices. I should have done something
These
a little
are
more.
very Jen colors.
I know, but
but you're gonna wear it. And you want, because I have a tendency to knit things in colors I wouldn't wear. And so all this stuff just sits in my closet because I'm not gonna wear it. So, I mean, the fact that you're knitting it in
So,
your
yeah, I
colors,
mean,
you know you're gonna use it
Yeah.
and you're gonna wear it.
But it's just like sometimes it's like I should be a little more adventurous in my colors. But even the ribbing, knitting the ribbing on this yarn is lovely. Like I just can't wait to wear this.
It's got
And
some
where did you get
heft
this?
to
Yes,
it.
Harps and Thistles. This is her yarn.
Really?
Yes.
So this is the yarn that she started
Three
with her
Irish
cousin.
girls.
Her three
Yes.
Irish girls, and they're having milled and
Yeah, 1918 was when her building went up in Akron, so that's where she got the name of it.
So
and then
what happened to the three Irish
Irish
girls?
girls.
She still has her three Irish girls. I think this
But
is
this
just
is a collaboration.
I say they're doing a couple collaborations.
Yeah.
They're collaborating with their newsletter. They're
This is
collaborating. I
absolutely
think
gorgeous.
there's
This
something
is
coming
nice,
up with their
yeah.
business model as well.
Yeah.
The 1918.
I don't
That is
think,
gorgeous.
as I say, I don't have my full skein in here of the, because I have a second full
Okay,
skein.
this is supposed to be DK, and then
And I did your thing
it says
where you,
sport. Is it supposed to be DK?
oh, is it sport or DK?
I thought
It's
it said
sport.
sport.
Okay.
Yeah.
So sport's a little lighter than
Yeah.
DK, but you did my thing. What?
But where you go from two ends, because
Oh,
it was
and-
like 230 stitches
So you
cast
cast
on.
on
I
from
thought
two
of you,
balls.
Darcy, because when you were casting on Velacor, that's when we
Hence
figured
the
that out.
snarled lip.
She got about, what, 200 stitches in and ran out?
And it ran out, and I'm like,
So I said, just use two balls.
and for a while there, my brain was like, that makes no sense.
But when Allison mentioned
whatsoever.
that, use two balls, the room was silent.
And everyone was doing the same thing.
were
My
just
brain
like,
was like, tilt,
what?
tilt, like all this time. I could
Absolutely brilliant. Okay.
Now, of course, if I have to do it again, I'm gonna have you walk me through it again
Oh,
because
dear,
I
yeah.
still can't get my brain.
You just do your double knot with both yarns.
And little
The
Aaron
first
Lane.
stitch.
That's right.
Yeah.
And then that becomes, instead of like your slip knot, that's just where it starts.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a second, I do have the full skein. There. Oh, so that's the full skein. I didn't think I had the full skein in there.
That's not a bad price point either.
So
How many yards?
290, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's lovely. I mean,
It's not cheap, but it's lovely.
Yeah.
and it's
I mean, for
an expensive yarn, it's reasonable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does that make any sense?
Well, it's not
For an
like,
expensive yarn that's reasonable.
look what, I paid for this one.
Yeah.
And I bought 5 balls of it.
Yeah.
But I like it, so.
Yeah.
And I know I'll wear it.
And it sounds like we buy yarn all the time.
We don't.
No.
Well,
Well, I
You
do.
do.
I'm trying to catch up and
We're
use my
yarn hoarders.
all right.
But I think that is my, and I'm working on socks. I'm always working on socks
Okay.
somewhere.
So time for Crystal.
All right, she's our
Okay,
acquisition
wait.
friend. Yes.
I'm so
I wanna
good
know
at
what you
acquiring.
bought.
Yes.
So I went to Scotland for a week.
I went to Scotland for a week.
Yay!
I was
So
so
now,
fortunate.
Jen, you
Well,
have
we love
to
the
go.
bag.
You have to go. You're the only one
to
that hasn't
Cincinnati
been.
for a week.
I brought my bag with my Highland Coos, which are you had the mop in front of their face.
And they have teeth like
they're so
chiclets.
cute. They are so cute.
And they're super soft.
And they're gigantic.
And they're so
tender.
friendly though. They're
But
not
I
like
saw babies,
aggressive.
so
The baby coos.
and so this is my souvenir yarn.
Oh my gosh.
Edelweiss.
I got that in Edinburgh.
Edelweiss. Do they have Edelweiss in Scotland, or is that just a German
I
thing?
don't think so.
It's German thing.
Okay.
But that's a local dyer in
Hillside Heather. No.
Here, I have another one.
I have another one.
I got two. Two.
All right.
I've got two.
No, you don't.
And then in my yarn club, I got this yarn which I can't pronounce the name of the
It's
forest.
something in a forest.
Well,
It's a haunted forest in
like
Romania.
$25.
Here, a haunted forest in Romania.
To be.
And then the bag that went with it.
So pretty.
And the bag has,
Something to do with the haunted forest.
okay, I think,
Oh, those are
Yeah.
trees?
I think they're like
I believe
a
so.
moor or something.
Yeah.
Look at the colors on those. So nice. And this is by Erin Lane and Destination Yarn.
Yes, it's the Destination Lane
Club.
yes. And what else did I acquire? I think that's all I acquired.
What?
I acquired this little bag when I bought some soap at the Highland Soap Company.
Oh.
Oh, nice.
Is that Harris?
I don't believe it is, but
It's
it
in
might
that
be.
style.
It might be.
Highland Soap Company. Handmade soaps and skincare. Oh, it's
Yeah,
such a
but
gorgeous bag.
It is, and I'm not sure. I'm thinking I could probably use it for notions or something like that.
one ball project maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, one
And-
ball project would be great in there.
Yeah. So
Does she even do one ball? I mean, her
No,
balls are
she
huge.
doesn't.
She's got big balls.
She does big projects.
that sounds really weird.
Sorry.
This is
So
really
what I
great.
was doing that like made my forearm hurt was working on this
my
massive
gosh.
thing.
The thing is growing.
Okay.
So,
Holy
I'm gonna grab
moly.
it and hold the
Yeah.
needles.
Wait, we're
Lose any
untwisting, we're
stitches.
untwisting.
Your
There we go.
needles match your yarn.
Yes, isn't that fun?
It extends beyond the scope of the camera.
And you're not done yet.
I'm not done yet, but I'm halfway done with the third section.
We're still here.
I only have like 72 rows to go.
Who's
I'm
this
so
for?
excited.
What is this? This
My-
is a shawl?
It's a
wrap.
schlanket.
It's a schlanket. It's
It's a
for my
schlanket.
friend that has a rare female cancer,
Oh.
and then
okay.
her husband had a stroke. And even though she's finished with her stuff, life as they know it has changed. And so
yeah, I'll bet.
even though I did not get it done in time for treatment or whatever, it's just
You're so in fashion.
you are. So yes, all of
It
that
is- it's
garter
very
stitch
huggy.
has just been like
It's
because I've been
definitely very
really
huggy.
trying to get it close. Her birthday's Tuesday. I doubt I get it done by Tuesday, but maybe by next weekend.
Give it to Allison. She'll
I
be
can-
done by today.
That's true. Could you
While
work on
we're
that
working on it, yeah.
while we're talking?
We could just be doing it right now.
So I'm getting close. Like I said, I'm about 72 rows away.
Gosh.
So I'm hoping that I can
do it.
get close to.
Then that's what you're working on this afternoon.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, that's what I'm working on.
Dedicated this
My
weekend.
other whip that pops out every once in a while that doesn't seem to ever really grow, but the ball of yarn is getting smaller. So,
So you know it's getting bigger.
so yeah, see the ball of yarn is down to here.
Nice, and that was
But-
fingering weights.
Yes, and this is Treasure Goddess.
It's got
Yeah.
that chain
And this
mail.
is what we got when we
It's
were
that
in
chainmail in
Pittsburgh, right?
Pittsburgh a year and a half ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the other side looks different because it has two different size needles.
So there's one
So
side.
every once in a while I will pull that out and continue to work on it.
Sparkle, sparkle.
Yes.
It's so lightweight, very airy.
It is.
Now, did you already make a blue one for your sister, or you
No, I have that yarn.
Okay.
I still have that yarn.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I thought she
yeah.
had done that already.
And then I decided to try something I had never tried before.
You?
That I've always told you guys that I wouldn't do because they scared me.
What in the world?
Cables!
What is that?
Are you cabling?
Look at my cables!
If you
you're
didn't
using your
understand
little-
any of that, she's cabling.
I'm cabling.
You're using your little
I'm
cable
using this.
needle.
Whoa.
Whoa, that's huge.
She bought us all these little cable needles.
Yeah,
They have been a
little
lifesaver. Like in that
They're really
sweater
cute.
I was making, used it everyone, and then
Here.
I used it when I did that.
I had to
Okay,
figure out
get the
how
right
it worked.
size.
And I couldn't ask anybody.
Here's the
because it
little
was a
tool. The secret knitting.
That's so cool.
Can't believe
That-
you're
they
secret
scared
knitting.
me. They
And what
scared
kind of
me.
yarn is that?
This I got at around no.
Harps and thistles.
No. Where we I'm so sorry, Kathy.
Artful
Kathy Hogan,
Yarn?
Artful Yarn. Yes. Yeah, I got this at Artful Yarn. This pattern is
yeah,
their.
that's right.
I remember their.
Oh, it was
looking at
their
that.
Yes.
their pattern
Their
for
pattern
Discovery.
for Discovery Yarn Tour. Yes.
Yeah.
Yarn Discovery or Discovery Yarn? I never
Yeah,
say
that
it
one.
right.
Yeah, that
That
one.
thing.
The
Yeah,
tour.
we were both
Yes.
looking at these.
So
and
this
I'm
is
so
gonna be what?
tempted.
This is gonna be the scarf or the hat?
It's a scarf.
It's the scarf.
Yes, and on one hand I was like, oh, that looks, it's narrow. I can do those cables.
It's called the
That's a good place
coffee
to start
shop
doing
set.
cables. And then I'm like, I have like
Universal.
5 feet of cables to do.
5 feet of cables.
Yes. Well, you'll be a very, very proficient at cables by the time you're done with the
Is
scarf.
it a
Well,
4
I'm
row? What's the
thinking-
pattern repeat?
Or
How many
now
rows?
you know what it's like, you can just do something else with it. You don't have to do
You don't
that
have
scarf.
to do the scarf.
I have it
row?
written out.
I
Yeah,
like
have it
how
written
it's
out. It's an
kinda
8 row, I
fuzzy.
think.
This would make a really cute sweater.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's an 8 row.
8 row repeat.
Eight
So you're only
repeat, yeah.
cabling every 8
How
rows.
much yardage you have on this?
There's two rows of cables.
Oh, okay.
The third and the
This had a lot of yardage, as I
7.
recall.
Yes, it has a lot of. I don't know where it. Oh, I don't have the.
The
Okay,
tag
here's the tag. I have a tag. And I put.
So it's Color Burst from Universal Yarn, and it is 660 yards.
Wow.
So I have my row counter that I use to keep my row
So
straight,
handy.
so that I know
Squeaky chair.
where. Yeah.
I might.
So I have that so I can keep my rows straight, so I know when I'm supposed to cable. And then I put all these little markers
Yes.
in for each cable repeat.
Yes.
And so I have over and
Look
then,
at you and you're
then
organized.
my cable needle.
And pretty soon you'll be cabling without a needle.
Yeah.
I took it to
still get
Scotland
nervous
to
about
work
that.
on it.
You just
But-
drop them off and do the back and then pick them back
It took
up.
too much concentration, so I didn't. So instead,
So was that a project you took on the plane?
I did take that to Scotland, but I knew I wasn't gonna do that on the plane. Instead, I did this.
What?
It's a sock!
Wait, no.
No, it's a mitten.
no.
It's a sock.
You're making socks?
I made a sock. I made a sock.
The girl who said, who originated
You can buy
that,
those
you can buy
puppies.
those puppies.
And you know what? You can. And you probably should.
Why was this never?
Because it has a hole in it. I haven't even worn it, and it has a hole in it.
We can fix that.
You made a sock.
I made a sock.
So we're so
But wait, there's more.
Oh, you did them both! Yay! You didn't have second sock syndrome.
Oh my God.
But it doesn't have a heel. They don't have heels.
And they're the same.
They're the same length.
Oh, wait. There's more. They both have holes in the toes.
No, but wait. Look at your socks, and then think about Jen's socks.
Yes, mine
Your
requires a
socks,
whole
look at
thing.
socks.
Wait a second. Look at how much yarn she has left over. I never had this much yarn left
But
over.
they're shorties.
okay,
they're
so-
shorties. They're shorties.
Oh.
I have to do the heels
Awesome.
yet.
So the pink line is where you're gonna put the heel?
Yes. But I'm not
Will we
sure
ever
how to
see
do
a
that.
heel?
Are you gonna help me with that?
We're gonna do a heel.
They're also really great mittens without a thumb.
But we can just
You guys have
graft
puppets.
a little stitch there.
That's what you do
Okay,
for the
so I
holes.
figured out where my issue is. Okay, so first of all,
First of all, she
Krista
made a sock. Okay, two.
Two socks.
Okay.
I did the crocheted cast on onto the needle.
Okay.
I'm left-handed.
Yeah.
So-
I don't like that cast on either, though.
It was, I don't crochet and I'm left-handed. So
special.
Yeah, I'm really special. So I had to put that on and I did that. But then the stitches are all backwards because I'm
They're twisted.
left-handed.
Yeah.
So my first row I had to go through all the back stitch, or all the back side of it. But where I think my issue is where I have, see this one has even more holes.
It's not a problem.
It's in my short rows. So when I do my short row on the purl side, you pull that forward, that
Yeah,
back,
I
and
get
you
a
get
hole
that
on
double.
mine, too.
Well, no, you get that nice double
Yeah.
stitch. That part's fine. It's when you knit,
You can't see that
it doesn't
nice.
pull over as
Yeah.
well, and I think that's where my hole is
okay.
coming
Yeah,
from.
because I have that same hole in the back of the thing on my short row when I
Okay.
pulled over on that niche. I'm just gonna stitch
Yeah, you
it
just go back
closed.
So
Yeah.
your next challenge is doing the afterthought heel?
Yes.
Yeah, I have to do
Yes.
that yet too. I've never done it
we should
before.
make heel party.
I made
Heel party.
I left plenty so that I could go in and darn my socks that I
Yeah.
haven't worn.
But that's part of making them.
we are gonna get these puppies
So,
on your feet for
Then
the
I
end of
have
the year.
to do the afterthought heel. So
We can do
I
that
noticed
together.
that every time I had to use a double point, that's where I had issues.
You have the 9-inch circs, right?
That's what I did them on. I did them on 9-inch circs. But you'd start off with the, I did Very Pink's 9-inch circular tutorial. That's how I did it.
Well, we are very,
Oh
very
my
proud of you.
Crystal made socks.
Wait a second.
They're not
Pinch me,
done.
Pinch me. We're awake, right? Okay, we're here. This isn't a dream. Oh my gosh.
They're not done. I haven't completed them yet. But, because they don't have heels.
Yeah, but
could've
okay,
made a
now wait,
sweater.
let's put this into
I could've made a
perspective,
sweater.
right?
I could have made a sweater.
Crystal has a pair of socks.
That
You have
aren't
to do
done.
the heel yet, but she has a pair of socks.
That
I
I
still
made.
have a sock on the needle from a year ago. So,
But you have a sweater that
so
you've done
look
in the
how
meantime.
great! Like
Oh
you've
my
made a pair of socks.
Oh, so wait, the start date on those, that would be like September 25th. No, it was, actually it's probably right around the 22nd because I started them before I left for,
That's really fast.
My gosh.
Yeah.
So not only are they're like, those are your Scotland socks.
And these are your
No, what's the
Scotland
colorway? What's the colorway?
the colorway is actually, these are Destination yarn. Do I have it in there? I do have it in there.
Oh, it's Destination Yarn?
It's
Okay.
Destination and it was, I don't know.
Another
A
one.
national
Yeah.
park of some sort.
Manatata? Oh, and the Sibi Manatata. Yeah.
For
It's
those
sport
of
weight.
you who have to, oh, and it's sport weight socks. Okay.
Yeah, the Very Pink pattern has fingering and then it gives you directions for fingering and also DK/sport weight.
So this is,
So
you started at the toe
I started at the toe. They're
and
toe
it was a short row toe
provisional cast on short row toe.
and it's Very Pinks.
It's Very Pink's 9-inch circular.
Have you tried them on?
Because I like how it's more rounded
Sort of,
than
yes.
those weird, mine always look like triangles and
Well,
I
part
hate
of that might be because I totally screw up the toe every time I do it. So.
I mean, how do you make a rounded toe?
Don't look at me, I've never done socks.
Jen, how do you make a rounded toe
Look at
versus that weird like pointy thing?
You know, once you put them on, they're not pointy. Like, yeah.
Well,
'cause
on
I go-
mine they are.
Oh, really?
I still have the very, very aggressive like points.
Oh, and I have my lifeline
just because
at
of
where
three
the
needle
toe
bind off?
ends,
Yeah.
so that if I had screwed up, I could go back to it. I gotta take that.
Well,
out
you know,
now.
you could undo those and put a different color there
Huh?
and just do a decrease to a 3 needle binder.
Yeah, no.
But you've got socks. Even if
gosh.
you didn't put the heel in, you would have socks.
They wouldn't stay up, I don't think.
Who cares?
Crystal
There's still
has-
socks.
Not one. Not even a started, but two.
But two, yes.
But we are gonna get those heels in there.
Sweet.
We,
Okay.
meaning you.
What else do you have in there?
You know, that might be it. I think I saved the best for last.
Oh my.
Yes, you did.
I don't think we actually have any upcoming plans, do we?
No, I don't have anything in my book.
We're gonna get
So-
together.
So we
and-
talked about like a retreat of something of some sort, like February, March.
Yeah, because there's
But where,
solder,
we don't know.
there's one that the Makery is putting on, or Secret Stitch Society,
The
Stitching
Secret
Society,
And there's also another one
which I think is sold out.
It is,
sold
yeah.
out.
Around the
Okay.
table.
And then-
Around the table, I want.
Around
And then
the
there's
table.
always, we could go to Yarnbirds and do
Yeah.
that.
Or we may just get together somewhere
and get an Airbnb
for
somewhere.
a weekend and just
Kind of like we
make
did when we went to
something
Columbus?
to do.
the big house, that big
Yeah.
house
Yeah.
that we went to. We just
We
went
did not go to
Johnson.
the big house.
We did not go to the
the house
We
that
went to
was
a
big.
big house.
The house that was
In-
big.
in Amish
It was
country.
near Mount, it was near Mount Vernon
Yes,
and
there.
Loudonville, kind of in between. I feel like it starts with the D, but it's not
Yeah.
Dowden.
Yeah.
So I mean, we could do that where we just go to sit and knit and enjoy each other's company.
Anyway, point being, we don't
don't
have
have
much in
plans yet.
plans.
Yeah.
I mean, we
But
have
that's
lots of
part of what
ideas
we're
for
gonna do today.
podcasts, but
Yeah.
I might have to,
So we probably won't
Wait a
podcast
little bit.
again until then, which would be like February or March. So we're not leaving. We're just taking a mini break.
It's the holidays.
It's a holiday break, winter break.
And if we get together and film something
We
real
will,
quick, we might do that.
yeah.
But nothing planned until after the New Year's.
It'll be a shorty.
So, but we will once we decide definitively on our New Year's Eve cast on.
oh, that's right.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing we were going to talk about.
So our New
Leaning
Year's
towards
Eve
Stroud.
It's anything. I think the decision has been. it doesn't matter what you knit, what yarn you use, or what color it is, as long as it's something striped.
And it can be self-striping yarn?
Don't see why not. And
Self-striping
remember, your stripes don't have to be all the same size.
Right, just anything that has a striped pattern.
Or they could be little ferrule stripes.
And
Or
if you
just,
guys
like,
join
green stripes?
in with us, definitely post your pictures either on Facebook or
Instagram or Ravelry,
Yeah.
any of those places.
We'd love
You
to
can even
see.
share it in the comments on our YouTube channel.
Oh, yeah.
I'm looking at this.
You've been looking that
Wait.
for a while.
Yes.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too, because that ball of yarn we got, we'll
Yes.
self-stripe that, right?
Yes.
Yes, that.
Oh.
Maybe I'll do that too.
It's actually
Yes.
kind of a shrug.
Okay.
Does it give another picture here of it being a shrug?
Is that Modelo or something like that?
Here we go.
What is that called?
It's
Is it
Gatafilo or, no, that's the yarn.
Goflado.
Goflado.
Goflado. It's Welsh. Anybody know Welsh? It's the
No.
Welsh word for cuddles.
Oh.
So Crystal, since you and I both got that yarn,
Yes, and this
how
is
about
my
you and
yarn.
I make that?
What weight is
sounds
that?
good.
Looks DK-ish.
DK-ish. And it calls for DK.
Okay.
It's big. It's gonna take a little while.
Yeah.
Use the rest of your pattern.
Thank you.
So anyway, think about that. It doesn't have to be any big deal stripes. You could just
Do socks,
Sort of,
you could
this
do a
is
hat.
Yeah.
something you've already
Cowl.
got in progress and add some
Anything.
stripes to the sleeves, or
Anything. Just something with stripes. 1 stripe, 2 stripe,
3 stripes, $1.
1,000 stripes, whatever.
But we couldn't. We didn't agree on a pattern, so and that's
Well, but there's
reasonable.
also
'cause
Yeah.
that cardigan that.
we're all so different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Now I've got yarn for 2 striped things, and I just have to pick which one I'm gonna make.
Yeah, so we'll probably most likely post that on our social pages once we all have decided on a pattern. We'll share individually, just share what pattern you've decided on and what yarn you've decided to use. And then we start New Year's Eve. And typically
At 5 a.m. in the morning.
5 p.m.,
And she's done by
9 a.m.
yeah.
Well, we made a cowl one year that was.
You made a
Yeah.
sweater in less than a week.
Yeah.
I had a
So
marathon
typically-
sweater. I knit because on my watch it said I had 25.6 miles. If I would have just gone a little longer, it was the turtle dove
Yes, yeah.
that I would have had a marathon because I started early in the morning and didn't stop until past midnight. And they kept posting their pictures, and it's just like I was posting pictures from 4 hours ago. Just like, yeah, I was there 4 hours ago.
So
We still love her.
So we'll start, and I think the reason that we decided on 5 p.m. in the past is because you and I worked,
Right.
and we didn't get a chance to start it until after work. So we forced poor Jen and Allison to wait so we could do it
it
together.
certainly wasn't
But-
going to start at midnight.
Right. So I guess depending on what day, I mean, you can start, I suppose, anytime you want, right?
Yeah, it's New
Anytime.
Year's Eve.
It's New Year's
Anytime.
Eve,
As long as
whenever
it's
you
New Year's
want. Just don't start, the day before New Year's Eve, because that's cheating. But that's our plan.
As if we would notice.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
You
our
just
plan.
take pictures, and at like 6 p.m. you post your neckline. Like, look at me.
You're cast on.
Even
Yeah.
though you're already into the body past the sleeves.
Hear us, Sydney?
Yes.
All right.
That's
we should
all
probably
we've got
sign off.
today. Yeah.
All right, and the next time you see Crystal, she'll have heels.
Yes.
And maybe another pair of socks.
Yes. She'll finally get to use up all that yarn she gets.
She's got a lot of yarn.
A lot of yarn.
All right.
Okay.
Sorry, we're dragging it out. We'll
We
be
are.
talking later. So thanks for
ya.
watching.
Bye.
Please like and subscribe, and happy holidays
Happy
to you
holidays.
all. Bye.
Bye.
La 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 la. You guys are like little birdies.
Oh my gosh.
Bong, 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 bong.
We can sing Albuquerque.
Okay, I have to turn it.
Albuquerque is a turkey, and
What?
he's feathered and he's fine.
That's not the words to that tune.
Albuquerque is a turkey, and he's
Isn't that Clementine?
absolutely
Yes.
fine.
Okay, thank you.
He's the best pet you could ever get, better than a dog or cat. He wobbles and he gobbles and he's awfully proud of that. Albuquerque. No, you're not. It's a turkey. You gotta hear the end. He's happy in his bed because for Thanksgiving dinner we had cereal instead. Oh.